Did you know that various items that we use in our daily life can actually cause cancer? From skincare products to just burnt food, here are 10 everyday items that you didn't know can potentially increase your risk of developing cancer. Processed and red meats. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausages, and deli meats, undergo various preservation processes that can produce carcinogenic compounds, including nitrites and nitrates. High consumption of processed meats has been associated with a higher risk of colorectal cancer. Red meats, such as beef, pork, and lamb, also contain heme iron and other compounds that may contribute to an increased risk of colorectal cancer and other cancers, especially when consumed in large quantities. Personal care products. Certain personal care products, including some shampoos, deodorants, and cosmetics, may contain potentially harmful ingredients like parabens and phthalates. While more research is needed to fully understand their impact on cancer risk, some studies have suggested a slightly increased risk of breast cancer and other hormone-related cancers. Charred or overcooked food. Cooking food at high temperatures or charring it can create heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are carcinogenic compounds. These substances can damage DNA and increase the risk of colorectal, pancreatic, and stomach cancer. Reducing exposure to overcooked or charred meats can help mitigate the risk. Indoor air pollutants, such as radon gas, can accumulate in poorly ventilated spaces and increase the risk of lung cancer. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that seeps into buildings from the soil and certain building materials. Alcohol. Regular and excessive alcohol consumption has been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers. Alcohol is a known carcinogen, and it can damage cells and disrupt their ability to repair DNA. Chronic alcohol consumption is a risk factor for liver cancer, mouth cancer, throat cancer, esophageal cancer, and breast cancer. The risk is more pronounced in heavy drinkers, but even moderate alcohol consumption has been associated with a slightly increased cancer risk. Tobacco and smoking products. Tobacco products, including cigarettes, cigars, and smokeless tobacco, contain a toxic mix of chemicals, many of which are known carcinogens. Smoking is the leading cause of lung cancer, accounting for approximately 80% of all cases. It also increases the risk of other cancers, such as throat, mouth, esophageal, pancreatic, and bladder cancer. Exposure to secondhand smoke is associated with an elevated risk of developing lung cancer among non-smokers. Excessive exposure to UV radiation from the sun and indoor tanning beds can damage the DNA in skin cells, leading to mutations that can cause skin cancer. Melanoma, basal cell carcinoma, and squamous cell carcinoma are the most common types of skin cancer associated with UV radiation exposure. Using protective measures, such as wearing sunscreen, protective clothing, and avoiding tanning beds, can help reduce the risk. Pesticides and herbicides. Certain chemicals used in agricultural practices, such as glyphosate found in some herbicides, have been classified as potential carcinogens by the World Health Organization's International Agency for Research on Cancer. Prolonged exposure to these substances, either through direct contact or through consumption of contaminated food, may increase the risk of certain cancers. Exposure to hormone-disrupting chemicals found in some plastics, food containers, and household products may play a role in the development of hormone-related cancers, such as breast and prostate cancer. These chemicals can mimic or interfere with the body's natural hormones, potentially promoting cancer growth in hormone-sensitive tissues. Air pollutants. Environmental pollutants like benzene, formaldehyde, and asbestos found in vehicle emissions, industrial emissions, and building materials, respectively, are known or suspected carcinogens. While the presence of these items in our daily lives does not guarantee cancer development, being aware of potential risks and making conscious choices to reduce exposure can contribute to a healthier lifestyle. It's essential to consult with healthcare professionals and adopt preventive measures to safeguard against cancer and maintain overall well-being.